In between the annual KSA vote meetings, the BILT should be providing trends talks, regular discussions of where the industry is trending long-term, 3 to 5 years into the future.
Why do we talk about trends? Well, we talk about trends because we as educators are not really fast in implementing curricular changes. So if our employers can give us more information in advance, perhaps as to what is needed 3 to 5 years into the future, then we can get started earlier.
Remember that just about everything that BILT tells you needs to be framed as future facing. The KSA meeting does focus on the next 12 to 36 months, but we also want the employers to tell us what they're looking for in right-skilled graduates 3 to 5 years in the future, so educators have plenty of time to make curriculum adjustments.
I know that you're going to recruit BILT members who know how to keep their companies in business, who know about the future skills that are needed, but they might not be thinking 3 to 5 years into the future.
There's a lot of emerging technology trends out there, and it's hard for us as faculty to know where we should focus and how much we can dive in into any of these emerging technologies, how much we should be focusing our attention on and incorporating those trends into our programs. I can get some pretty quick feedback. You know, blockchain, for example, I asked the group, are you using blockchain, or do you have any plans of implementing blockchain at your business or organization anytime in the future? Do you think it's valuable that we teach these skills?
But usually it's a very open flow conversation, and they bring the topics they want to discuss, the trends that they're seeing. Like, we don't want to tell them what are the trends. We want them to come with the trends.
Talking about trends provides another reason to convene your BILT outside of those annual KSA vote meetings. It also gives you a chance to further deepen those relationships.
And we typically hold 2 or 3 of those a year. Again, by meeting frequently, we're top of mind with the employers, and it's easy to call upon them to do other things for the program.
Building relationships with your BILT members requires frequent meetings. They will not be invested in your school or your program or your students if you're only talking to them once a year.
For a successful trends meeting, you need to be involved in planning and guiding the discussion.
The times that we have held trends meetings without seeding the discussion, we have sometimes had no comments, and it has not worked very effectively at all.
We do sometimes do a little bit of prep work to get the BILT ready to talk trends. That could be recruiting someone to come in ready to talk about a specific topic. That could be finding some really cool charts or graphs about the workforce that BILT can respond to. It's always good to have something concrete that BILT can react to and respond to sometimes, rather than sort of having them come up with something out of thin air.
Your trends meeting will be more successful if you pick 1 or 2 of your employers and ask them to spearhead the trends discussion.
One of the things that I bring up when we start talking trends are things like, where do we see this trending in the future? It's trending now, but do we see it really being, applicable later on, when I could get it into the classrooms?
Ask the employers when they're talking about something in the future, what does this mean to curriculum for a 2-year degree? We typically do work mostly with community and technical colleges, and sometimes the topics that they bring up will be a little bit advanced to be able to be addressed, at least now, in the 2-year environment.
So Anne will often stop the trends discussion to bring it back to the classroom. She'll ask them, that's a great trend, that's cool and interesting, but what does it mean to the teachers in the classroom? How does this affect curriculum? In some cases, it's too soon, it's too early for this trend to really be impacted in the classroom. And in those cases, that's okay, but it's on the faculty's radar, which is a good thing.
Regular trends meetings provide an important avenue for the BILT members to keep educators informed of how the industry is changing.